Okay, so what we have here is a KitchenAid that my wife broke while working. So I'm gonna take it apart, just kind of see what's going on with it. Maybe we can fix it, maybe we can't. I'm not really sure. I've never done one of these. I have no idea, and that's kind of the point. I haven't even looked it up to see how it works. I just kind of looked at it. So let's open it up, see what's going on. I've only seen 3 screws minus these 2 at the bottom, but I have a feeling those are motor mounts. Could be. I have no idea. And then this screw right here, but I don't know. Let's get to it. It's not plugged in, don't worry. Alright, it's fascinating. I love it. Let's see if there's anything else once we take that off. No. So this whole thing looks like it's gonna come out. Let's pull it apart. So, as I just pull those wires back, I can see these springs. So that's fun too. Let's see what all that does. Obviously it's tension. So there's some kind of tension or a torque on here. Which probably means it's already done, but we'll see. Because I don't know if that's proper tension. Some more you're yanking these wires. Ooh, alright, let's start taking them apart. So we're just gonna unclip, and that's all they are, is clipped in. Well, I got the white, black, and blue here. Usually I would just take a picture, come back and look at the picture, but I've got the red and white going here. Alright. That's how I do it. I take a picture. But you have my picture. Taker. Alright. Like that. And then we're gonna take off the 2 reds. I'm just trying to be gentle. They'll come off. This wire has some tension on it. That's what's fighting me right now. There we go. Or, no, whatever this piece is right here. I have no idea how to work any of this, so thought it was a wire with the tension. Trying to see what it is before I just let it go. It's obviously there for a reason. I don't know what it is and I don't want to let it go. You can hear there's tension on it. Anyways, come on, let's keep moving along. Let's pull this ground wire off. That's all anything drains the ground. Unless you're in a commercial building, then it's gray. I find this thing fascinating. Just the way this motor works. It's spun off of here. Got me. Just looking at it, the power wires across it are gonna spin this. There's some spring tension on something. There's some kind of, yeah, it's fascinating. I love it. What I need now, nut driver. That's the right one. Alright, I just kind of repositioned everything so you can kind of see it. I just kind of grabbed a flathead, that should be enough. First thing, I think I really want to try to get rid of this. And that's all I do. I'll get that in a minute. I really don't want to let that go, so I'm going to put that there. This should just pop right out, so I just grabbed a flathead, which is all those nuts were for. And even as I touched it, it's magnetic. Which means there's probably a big old magnet behind here, which is half of the weight of this thing. see that mechanism. I have no idea how that works. It's cool though. Oh, that's like a little push and it's pushing those springs out. Holding that probably just in there. That's probably all I had to do is push those springs out. Whatever. I like to save this stuff, but if I can't, oh well, she's already bought a new one. Or got a new one, I should say. Let's take that little screw out. You can get to it and pull that hole. Good. 1 second. Let's see what happens when we take these off back here, or down here. All right, let's continue. Should see what I'm talking about. These two screws there. Always something. Which it's this thing right here. No idea. More power, less power. Got it. It's that pin. Yeah, it's that pin. It was a really easy pin. I'll show you that. It looks all kind of chewed up. Not chewing. Oh, it will. All right, sweet. Pull the top from the bottom. And that's why I could not see those two. That's okay. So what I need to grab is the right size nut driver, if I have one, or yeah, and then I don't exactly know what I'm gonna need, so this is gonna take a minute. So yeah, let's figure it out. Hopefully just a nut driver. I have some. Let's see if it's deep enough. All right, let's finish this up. So I pulled this out, kind of got it ready. Just knocked that off, and I found a bunch more screws that we're about to take out. So that's where we're at. A bunch of trash. Would have thought that would have been it. I kind of need these off to get these bolt. Or all these screws, I can't get to them without it. I gotta get it out of the gear. Fascinating, I love this stuff. See that gear I had to get it out of. This thing's packed full of grease. So it's not going to be a clean job. All right, let's see if this is the right size. If you notice, I use a thumb or something as a guide. I do that all the time. See if we can get this thing to pull apart now. There we go. Gotta get them gears, and this is get real nasty. Oh. Well. I don't exactly know why. But I can tell you, I know what burnt grease smells like. This is fascinating though. I love it. Yeah, I don't want it. It's not, yeah, definitely needs to be re-greased. I don't know. I'm gonna clean it up a little bit. We'll come back and see what's going on here. But I'm pretty sure this thing's done anyway. I mean, the grease is hard. Just one quick observation I made. And I'm gonna do this real quick. So, I'm pretty sure the motor is done. Not all the gearing. Let me take that off, and here's why. Here's why I think this. Come on, what are you doing? I hate incidental fan blades. There we go, whatever. Not worried about it. So, this is what I think. As I was turning this, and I really hope you can see inside of there, you can start to see. I'm gonna get a better light and redo this, because I really want you to see this. Okay, I have this zoomed all the way in, hoping you can see this. I'm talking about. If you look right in, let me grab a screwdriver or something, shove in there instead. Right in here, you can see the metal is discolored. You'll see it nice and clean. But what you'll also see, and whatever that is, I don't know if it's like some, I work on airplanes. I'm used to like brush blocks and stuff, which is what would keep an engine firing. If an airplane runs out of, this is prop planes anyways, if it runs out of battery power or whatever it needs, these brush blocks will provide enough power to light off the spark for the motor. Now, that's an airplane. I know that's not what's going on here, but whatever these things are on the side are like squeezing in, and I'm not sure. But what you can see is kind of a wobble at some point, and then as I spun it, you can kind of hear this motor. You can't hear it now, but you can hear it kind of move up and down. I don't know if that's part of it, but you can definitely see discoloration where it's nice, shiny, and then it starts to wobble and it gets dark, and then back to clean again. So I don't know if that's like a wobble in the motor, causing that side to get hot, to push up against whatever that thing is, spring-loaded, I don't know. But I'm pretty sure that's my smoking gun right there. I don't see anything in the gearing. Well, again, we're gonna clean that up, and I'll show you a little bit more. Okay, so I have a couple things here that I wanna point out and show you. The first one is how a crow's foot works, and I'm not gonna use it today. I'm just gonna kind of show you what's going on and explain it. This is a crow's foot. Most people don't know about them, but what I would get in here is there's a nut down in there, and you would slide it in kind of like this, go over that post right there and you could get on it and turn it. This is not the right setup. I just wanted to show you. I really want to get this motor out of here. So all I have is this 3/8, which is the correct size. I only have a 7/16 in that crow's foot, which is why it won't work, and I would need to shave it. But this is going to be a little tricky, so we're going to kind of slide it down in that fan blade, and that's going to allow us to get a little bit more motion in there. So if you're wondering, that's what my background is in all that precision. So I can get that one by hand now. And then this one right here, we've got that wire in the way. So I'm gonna quickly undo that and kind of pull that out. And get that wire out of the way. And then we're just gonna turn that. This is not ideal. I would prefer that crow's foot. But we can get it like this. And again, we really want to watch those blades. Yep, there we go. Yep, and right from there, I can get the rest by hand, I think. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick. All right, I cleaned up a lot of this grease out of here. And after I pulled these two bolts, I realized that the housing was coming out. Pulled this off, that's just a cover. This is where you put all the attachments inside of there and the little gear inside of there. But with a little persuasion tool and a hammer, I punched it out. Kind of just set it back in there for effect. It pulls out like that. And I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about with this thing in a second, and I'm pretty sure I'm right. But anyways, let me pull this housing out since I haven't done that yet. Shear the wire. It's my own fault. Oh. Yeah, so again, whatever those spring-loaded little things were, these things is what I'm talking about. That's what I pulled out of the sides right here with this little piece that I guess was holding it in. I'll show you that in a second. Well, they're still attached inside of here. Pretty easy to slide out. All right. So those were attached to the little blocks in there. So when it's sitting there spinning, it's frictionless and it's on this bearing right here. So that's kind of the mechanism inside of there. And then it looks like these push on it as it's spinning. And again, I don't know if that's to keep it in line or what it's doing. But what I want to show you real quick is as you spin this, you see this nice mark right here. And as you kind of get over here, you see it darken and it looks like it's fried. The metal heats up, looks like a copper, which is evenly heats. So if you see it starting to scorch all on it, you know, heat it up, because then again, there again, here it is clean and then dark again. So that's my guess either way. I love the way these motors, I'm not an electrician for a reason. I like the way these little motors work, how the iron core and all that does the magnetic field and all that fun stuff and spins. But anyways, I love seeing how they're made. It's fun, it's fascinating to me. Anyways, I think that's it. I'm gonna clean it up and that'll be it for this project. I'm gonna go ahead and call this one a fail. I did kind of look it up real quick. A lot of people talk about this plastic gear. I didn't see anything too crazy. No crazy missing teeth or nothing. I hope you can see that. As I cleaned it up a little bit again, I was pretty sure it was this motor. Either way, the missus has another one. All right. All right, I'm just gonna take more of this apart because why not? First thing I'm gonna do is take apart this O-ring stopping me from pushing it through. I'm gonna grab scrub real quick after I get more grease off my hands. Where's my scrub? Over here. There it is. I forgot to use this thing the other day. This is one of these little take apart ones. Probably don't even need to put together. I have no intention of using this again. If I did, I would probably try to save this O-ring. But once I take it off of the scribe, I punctured it, they're useless. Everything just slides out, gear comes out. Towel. More paper towel. All right, while I did all that, I want to make sure there's no more screws. I didn't think so. Clean this up a little bit. Second part. I really like these. I wouldn't use this anymore as an electrician because of the coating's almost gone. That enough there, still enough to create a problem. But these particularly fit well into everything. I don't know if it's the metal. I'm not trying to brand or nothing. I'm literally just trying to say I like the way these fit into every screw. So I use this one a lot. All right. Clean it up a little bit. I also strongly recommend wearing gloves, unless you don't care about all the grease. All right, there we go. It's kind of what it looks like. It's so greasy. So greasy. Anyways, you can see all that. Imagine when we punch that straight out. Let's try it. What's it gonna hurt? Oh yeah, it's coming out. This tape has a lot of give. Let's see if I can get by a leg. And if not, I'll just pound it out real quick. Yeah, let me just... right, well, I got it most of the way. There we go. Oh, that makes sense. All right, well, we sheared the pin anyways. Some kind of pin in here that I missed that I can't see because of all the grease. And I clearly sheared it. Oh, I see them in here. Yeah, okay. All right, so we got this washer. Get that out of there and clean this up. Let's say it took a second to pound, and then once it did, it went right through. That makes sense. Pound right through the pin. All right, let me get in here and show you what I see. Huh. I don't have any burrs. Wonder where the feather came from. Alright, so you can see that right there. This pin right here. I sheared it right off. So basically I just pounded it through. You can see it kind of in there. You can see the bevel. Yeah, it's right here. Right here. Yeah. Had I cleaned all the grease off properly, I would have seen it. There's the pin that I should have pounded out before I did that, but I'm not really worried other than I don't like breaking stuff, I don't have to. But I'm not using this again, so I'm not worried. Anyways, there we go. That's pretty much the full thing apart. There's a pin right here you can pull out. Just take that off. Hope that helps you learn how to at least take one apart better than I did. Again, this is junk anyways.